Starfleet Underground. Every week, we'll take a look at the latest Star Trek news and then check out a current or classic episode of Star Trek. Boimler gets lucky. Tendi and Rutherford swashbuckle. And Mariner is stunning as she meets Jennifer's friends. The Cerritos visits Deep Space Nine. Shaxs and Kira catch up. And Quark is up to his usual tricks with the brand new Quark2000 Replicator.
That's a really cool candle you made there, Heather. I like that.
Oh,
what scent's that going to be?
Vagina.
Vagina scent is a goop scent?
It's a goop scent.
I am not a celebrity trying to sell perfume. Thank you very much.
I don't think vagina is a perfume. Sorry.
It is. There is a perfume.
There's definitely a musk.
Your trap door opened again, Patrick. I mean, everybody knows you have a perfect ass, but it keeps popping out. You got to fix that button in the back.
Well, stop looking.
It's for easy access. Don't you know it's for easy access?
Oh my good. And Chief, this was supposed to be a casual sleepover.
I didn't realize it was Betazoid casual. I would have
friggin' uniform.
It was
dude.
full uniform or completely Betazoid casual, which nobody wants to see.
My eyes.
Oh my goodness! I mean,
oh my God.
Heather.
Hey, I like my
have,
lingerie.
Yeah, hers has managed to look sexy and functional at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but every time you go get up to get another drink from the couch there, Patrick, another soda, your trapdoor just flings open.
I don't know. I kind of like him seen walking away with like his ass. It's like, what's that phrase? I don't like to see you go, but I love seeing you walk away.
Oh yeah, I don't like
That's
to
the
see
reason.
you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Yes.
I think he needs more Velcro. I have more Velcro in the back we can
We're gonna
attach.
do it. Even though I've never seen an ass that's like perfect, no dimples, no swag, no bumps, no hair, no nothing. It's just as smooth as Data's forehead.
That's why he has the mirror in the shower.
And you're not looking at my butt.
Oh, that will explain a lot. Oh my God, this was so fun. Wait, here's my candle. Wait a minute. Oh, holy shit, the podcast started.
Yeah.
Everybody to their stations now.
You gotta put on some clothes, Rocky.
I'm already ready for. I've got the. They all ran away. They all ran away.
He's talking about me. I need to put my uniform on. I can't go to the bridge like this.
You could, but
okay. Back in my cabin, apparently, Heather, when you were running down the corridors, one of the dots kept yelling "Bouncy." So I don't know what was bouncing, but the dot found it to be very amusing.
Well, I got my uniform on now, so no more bouncing.
But what the hell? First off, how did we miss the start of the podcast?
I think Patrick threw his underwear over the light.
No, I don't wear underwear.
His boxers. It was boxers. I'm sorry, boxers, not briefs.
the light isn't compatible with candles.
I guess not. But at least, and Heather, you got to teach me that trick, how you get dressed so fast like that. It's just
Lots of practice.
Oh, well, they said you were a theater child, so maybe that's how. Okay, that was cool. We're going to have to actually, after we finish broadcasting, let's all go back to Heather's quarters and finish up this salon sleepover day.
Sleepover. We got to finish our sleepover.
I think
I
that's
love
cool.
doing sleepovers.
And Rocky, don't come in uniform. And when you get casual clothes, make sure you have a sheath for that monster that you carry with you.
I'll just carry a hat just to strategically place.
To put it on it.
Well, I can hold it with no hands.
Just a cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Just a cowboy hat, nothing else.
Yeah, they love Rocky at nudist camp because he's the only person that can bring 24 donuts and not have it and use his hands.
Oh, my.
Okay, first off, thanks everybody for joining us here at Starfleet Underground. We're not the children.
That wasn't jelly filled.
No, it's the donut holes. And if they didn't have holes, they will by the time he gets there. This is not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, you need to stop listening to us now because you're going to hear all kinds of bad things, so don't.
Fun stuff.
Suddenly I'm hungry for donuts for some reason.
Wait. My mind is blown. That's how donuts get their holes this whole time? That's how donuts get their holes?
You mean nobody's shown you how the donut gets made?
Oh
You don't know
my
about the little-
Heather, I
God.
can invite you over for some donuts.
People just stick their dick through a wad of dough and create a
And
donut.
the donut holes are testicles. How do you think the donut holes are there?
Oh, wow.
It's sanitary though. They have to clean up before they do it.
Yes.
So yeah, it's very sanitary.
All this time, I never knew.
And all the flavor you get is from the wipes they use before they start making the holes.
Or the special sauce
So
afterwards.
gross.
The cream fill doesn't mean what you think.
So
No.
nasty.
So,
Special frosting.
yeah.
Glaze.
And chocolate sprinkles are not what you think.
No.
Oh,
I like
my
the rainbow
God.
sprinkles.
Glaze.
Those are from gay men.
Just be careful of the cinnamon raisins, okay? Because it may not be raisins. Okay.
How did we get on donuts?
I
Gate.
Don't know, but first off, I'd like to say we have our full crew complement here. We have my science officer.
Hi, I'm Heather Ferris. I'm the science officer. And don't ever let me cook the donuts.
No.
Yeah, no. I promise you there will be no holes. It may just be smushed. I don't even know if it'll be edible, actually.
They won't be.
Yeah, because you had that one time you had it out and it says, I got donuts I made for everybody. And it's like, why are there burnt pancakes on the table? Those are my donuts. So,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
that's- No.
No.
100%.
No.
And also, I have to thank my number one because he had to go through and do some upgrades over the week on our computer system. We actually had a operating system update and it went flawlessly. And that's to be commended. So my first officer,
I am Patrick. I'm the first officer. I'm number one. That's what we call
You're
first
number
officer.
one. You're
I'm
number
the
one.
foreign species liaison and the computer guy.
and this gentleman here, I don't know how he does it. Every time I think we've hit a top warp speed, he figures a way to get it to go just a little bit faster. He's a personification of
The what?
It goes to 11.
Crank it to 11.
Yeah, it goes to 11. So
You're not supposed to go to warp 10, let alone 11. But
I know, but you do that
don't
sometimes.
tell anyone. Nobody needs to know.
Is that how your dong happened?
What?
It's possible.
Is that how your dong got so long and big?
It gets
And
stretched. It gets stretched during the hyper warp.
Warp physics, baby.
if you go to warp 10, you turn into a lizard. So does warp 11 do that to a person?
I could take you to warp 11 and show you.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
I don't want my tits to touch the floor.
You mean they don't already?
No, I got perky, nice little things. I like them.
Okay.
But the last time we went to Warp 11 is that Rocky heard that on Free Cloud, Quarks was having a sale on Krispy Kremes. So we made it there in no time.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rocky. I'm engineer of the show and the ship, and I have plenty of tribbles to help me eat the donuts.
Oh, that means we're going to have... Well, no, actually, our triple population is beginning to get steady because of all the donations we get to spade and neuter the triples. So thank you,
Yeah.
people out there that does that.
Yeah, thanth God for our patrons.
Yeah, our Patreon
Yes.
people are wonderful. They've been doing so much love for these tribbles.
And I also want to be able to turn around and thank our Patreon people because this show is brought to you by them, of course. They help offset all of our costs for operating.
I was going to say you want to be able to turn around and still not be able to see your belly, but that's
that's a whole other thing. And also, Section 31, I've been trying to get them to upgrade our ship to something even more fantastical and keep the same name, but they said no. We barely had this one a couple of years, so they're not going to give us a new ship yet. So there's that. So how's everybody doing before we start getting into the other stuff on here? So how you doing today, Heather?
Doing good, thank you. The dots are giving me shit about my donuts, but I'm okay with that. I'm cool. I'm not going to kill them.
No, they can't eat anyway.
Well, I'll send some tribbles over. We can take care of that problem for you. They'll eat your donuts anyway.
They eat the scraps.
And we still got the was it the glommer?
Yeah, in case the tribbles
In
get out
case
of
they
line.
get too much out of line, so that's good. And how's it going with you, number one? After you worked hard on that upgrade, I was really concerned because you were sweating like a man beast getting all that stuff done.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but I just found out we got a little bit of bad news. Anthony Rapp, who plays Paul Stamets on Discovery, just posted that late Wednesday night, his longtime guitarist David Malachowski died.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he said he was
Sorry
a
to hear
joyful
that.
and loyal friend and collaborator. They performed in New York, Tokyo, Osaka, Edinburgh, London, and many U.S. cities over the past dozen years. So
For a second, you scared me. I thought you were going to tell me something happened to Anthony.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I did too.
But yeah, that's just, you know, I mean, when you're in a band, I don't know that I'm not in a band, but I would assume that, you know, it becomes like family, just kind of like, you know, we've become family. So
Aw,
Yeah,
Patrick
no,
said we're family.
I know.
I feel
Shut up.
so like warm and fuzzy.
don't get sick.
Can I give you a hug?
No.
Oh, fuck.
At the
Okay.
sleepover. That's okay.
No.
He won't realize it.
Sleepover hug.
When
Just don't-
when he's knocked out.
No, just don't press your boobs against his back because he'll freak out.
That's rape.
Oh,
That's technically
Yeah.
not rape, sir.
I just
So-
want a hug.
Any unwanted touching when a person is unconscious is sexual assault.
Dude,
Oh, goodness.
that was not my choice to
think
make
you're
a
right.
flapper in your butt. Like, there's a reason why you have a flapper on your butt, and it's like easy accessible access.
Mhm.
I have news for you. Every time you walk by, Heather would lose balance because she keep trying to reach out and pinch it, but you walk too fast.
Mhm.
So you're lucky on that part.
Anyway, you know, prayers go out to Anthony.
And how's it going with you there, Chief?
Yeah, things are good.
Short and sweet. Unlike certain parts of your
Yeah,
your
things are-
physicality.
I mean, it's early morning, sir. After the big sleepover party that I apparently didn't get the right invitation to because I showed up fully clothed.
Yeah, we saw that. We didn't know what was going on. It's like, I mean, damn, we've seen it already, Rocky. What the hell? Okay, corrections. We have any corrections this time?
Let me check subspace here. Dun, 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 dun. No, it doesn't look like we do.
Another flawless victory.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Now we go to the section, which I'm sure some people like. It may be their favorite part of this. It may not be. Who knows? Some people may tune us just for this section and don't listen to the rest of us. And if that's the case, shame on you. Listen to all of us. Is the news. What's going on north, east, west, and south. We're going to start off with our north person, Heather.
I do have news, but I can't get that out of my head now that you've said that. With Mortal Kombat, finisher. Bum 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 bum. Mortal Kombat! Yeah!
Fatality.
Exactly. That's what I had going through my head when you said that. Okay,
Aside from all the air.
Dude,
I'm gonna fucking like come over there and whack you.
you might like
First,
that.
I wanted to give. Yeah, I know. First, I wanted to give him a hug. Now I want to whack him. So my news.
Yeah, no,
Well, you could bend over. I mean, you know.
no,
My news is.
no pegging.
I'm sorry, this is going completely the wrong direction. Bend over and take it.
I'm not getting pegged by Heather. Sorry.
Nope, just whacked.
Paramount has a replicator where you could replicate yourself as one of the lower deckers in lower deck style. So it's a free character builder for anyone who wants it. We did ours, so we have one of each of us, and I believe we posted it on Twitter. If you want to do this too, check out the link. We have it in the show notes below. And show us what you did, put it in our comments. Show us what your replicated self looks like.
Those are cool. It really, you have a chance to go through. And first off, you got to see how the crew did itself. It looks really kind of neat. I love it. And how about you there, number one? What do you got news-wise?
Well, I was going to tell you guys that the Star Trek Picard Season 2 Blu-ray and DVD and Steelbook come out Tuesday, would be the 4th. So it includes 90 minutes of bonus content and exclusive deleted scenes between Rafi and Seven where they discuss whether or not Girardi will become the Borg Queen. And we'll have the link up on our page, but they're having a Blu-ray and DVD giveaway. You have to
Oh, cool.
comment below telling them which characters from Picard Season 2 you would like to see in their own spin-off series. And the winner will be selected on October 6th, so Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, work quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it done. Is if you don't listen to us at the end of next week, shame on you, because you should listen to us as soon as the show drops. So there's that.
Mhm.
So how about you, Chief? What do you got?
Well, I know the Trek internet went a little bit crazy over the last couple of weeks because of the marketing team of Star Trek claiming that the Enterprise is landing. Everything is landing. Apparently, you can buy merchandising that is landing. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter, but a lot of people saw these marketing techniques and were like, excuse me, the Enterprise doesn't land. That's kind of the reason they have the whole transporter thing, but nobody seems to know that in marketing.
And shuttles.
Yeah, and shuttles, let alone shuttles. But yeah, so that was a big to-do on the internet. And I'm just wondering if one hand of Star Trek is talking to the other hand of Star Trek, specifically because some people don't know it's landing. But the other one was that Paramount Plus is in America taking all of the TOS and TNG movies off of Paramount Plus.
What?
Why?
The entire I looked at my news and I'm like,
seriously?
it was Star Trek WTF, because I don't know what the hell they're doing, because like last November Paramount Plus was like the place to go for all the Star Trek on the Plus. That was the plan, right?
Was it TF or was it WTF?
It was WFTF.
WTF, got it. Okay. It's a what the fuck moment. Yeah, what the fuck moment.
What fucking the fuck is going on? Because we're very confused by the grand scheme of Star Trek. I was looking at the article on trekmovie.com, and it appears that you can still get your Blu-rays on Amazon. In fact, there's a 2020 collection of the first 10 movies for $45. This sounds like it's a blowout. They're trying to blow out the stock of DVDs before they put the movies back on the streaming service. I bet that's what's actually going on.
Maybe they're turning around and launching a all Star Trek channel.
That would be insane.
So
they could do it, but that would be really super crazy.
You know, Star Trek all day long marathons of DS9 and
its own channel. Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, it's going crazy. And you can also get the 6-movie collection of the TOS movies redone in 4K on Blu-ray. That's on Amazon for $95.89, which is like, okay, that would be a cool collection to have on old 4K. I would like sign right up to get that, except I went with the Paramount Plus service, so I wouldn't have to go get a Blu-ray player that's 4K. And they took it all off the service. So I don't know what's going on, guys. It's a little bit crazy. And the solution to
That's messed up.
Yeah, the solution to the whole story on Trek Movie is to go buy the discs, which, you know, I get it, but it sounds like a real simple ploy to go, hey, we've got these discs over here. Go buy the discs first, then we'll put it back on the streaming service. I bet that's what's going on, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, so we have come to a time, I think it's 2022 down there for you people on Earth, but there's a reason why DVD players and VHS players and beta players and all that stuff go extinct, because there's new technology. Mm-hmm. You can't just be like, oh, we're not selling this because of our new technology. Let's take away the new technology so we could get rid of this old crap. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, what the hell?
They jumped the shark with streaming services, because I was all ready to go sign up for a 4K Blu-ray player, but I don't need to because everything's already streaming over that internet cable coming into my house. So I don't know.
It feels like Ferengi greed.
Something maybe crazy going on. The other big story, not related to the movies coming off of the service here in America, the supposed new Star Trek 4 movie, they've pulled it off the scheduling calendar for Paramount. I didn't realize they actually had an official scheduling calendar that everyone references, but apparently they do, and they've pulled it off the release that they had planning because they just don't know what the fuck they're doing with the movie. They haven't got the right directors yet, and the cast that supposedly would be there, like, yeah, it sounds great. We haven't seen your script. We don't know what's going on. And nobody's officially booked us, or we're busy shooting the boys show or whatever. They don't know what's going on. So it sounds like there's a lot of, I don't want to call them unorganized, but I just don't think they're ready for the rest of the world. And the rest of the world is clamoring for more Star Trek all the time. We're like up in a fever pitch because we've got all this wonderful Star Trek going on the TV side of things. Let's get a big movie going again. And we're all excited for it, but they're teasing us and they keep saying, oh, we're going to do it, but we don't know.
Well, they should just go what Marvel did. Just call all the different Star Trek movies variants. They're all multiverse versions.
Yeah, no problem with that. Multiverse.
And everybody has their own timeline and stuff. And plus to get really fans that blows their head when they go to talk about Star Trek. You remember when Kirk turned around and he married that Orion girl? Which universe was that?
Was that the Kelvin timeline?
Yeah, because they already got it. In fact, if they really wanted to do it, in my opinion, if they really want to be able to kind of push the envelope, they should just start movies based on the mirror universe.
Man, they could do an Avengers thing.
Yeah, evil versions of Spock and everything.
Yeah, and you have 50 freaking movies of Basically, the Avengers made movies into like a small TV series.
Yep. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
My thing is IDW, they really love Star Trek because they keep putting out short series. They have another 4-part miniseries coming out for Star Trek Discovery, Adventures in the 32nd Century. It's based on Discovery characters. But one of the issues is going to feature everybody's favorite feline that has not gotten conceded yet is Grudge. So there's going to be a flashback issue, which is going to take place with Grudge's first meeting with Booker.
Ooh.
And to find out why she's the greatest feline
cool.
spacefarer of all times.
She's a queen.
Yeah, do we get to find out why she's a queen?
Yep, they're going to be focusing on why.
Because she's gay.
So it might be. So
You're saying Grudge is a boy?
well, yeah, well, most cats.
He's a queen.
Once it goes black, it doesn't go back. So there's cool things there. So that's my little bit of news. But, this is what makes me proud of my first officer. Despite the fact that he worked really hard on all our computer systems and everything else, he still had time to do the recap. So a little bit of a golf clap for his thing. Golf clap. Okay. Let's get started.
So Star Trek Lower Deck Season 3, Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. Teaser. Vice Admiral Les Buenamigo informs Captain Freeman that she is now in charge of the negotiations with the Karemma, as the Vancouver is having to rescue a colony threatened by a brown wormhole, which ain't a real thing. Overwhelmed, Freeman tells him to drop out of warp while she reads up on the Karemma. Shaxs is disgusted by the tacky Cardassian fascist eyesore. Freeman tells Ensign Wendy to buy her some time. She asks Ransom how to do that. Circle the pylons, keep circling.
That was okay. There was a couple of things I found funny on this opening. One was the guy's name was Good Friend, Vice Admiral Good Friend in Spanish, Buen Amigo. I thought that was kind of funny.
We've seen him before. He's been in a couple episodes before.
Yep. So he's still a good friend.
Yeah, so he's still a good friend.
Still a good friend.
And I like also.
I'm still trying to decide whether that's a racist name. I mean,
well, nobody else has called it
not.
yet, but if they do, it's because they listened to the podcast and decided to jump on that train.
It's like a polite version of a James Bond name for a girl, like Good Head.
Oh yeah. Well, Pussy Galore.
Or Pussy Galore.
Yeah. Pussy Galore. Yeah.
Yeah, I also like when Ransom goes in, he says like, well, waste time. How do we do that? Just act like you're admiring the pylons, the docking pylons.
I love that because it's just literally like the opening to DS9.
It was.
Yes.
Star Trek has always had a history of these magnificent show opens. And Deep Space Nine really took it to a beautiful scale of massive glory of, slow-mo starships floating around and beautiful. It was just a piece of artwork. But at the same time, after 6 seasons of it, it's like, this is taking forever. Can I just get on with it?
Can we skip?
But that was funny because they circled the whole place and nothing flat. And he goes, okay, now what? Do it again.
Just keep doing it again. Yeah.
Just do it again. Just keep
Circle
circling.
the pylons, keep circling.
And they go round and round.
But it was beautiful.
I'm surprised the wormhole opened up and nothing came out of the wormhole.
But that's the shot. They always had the shot with the wormhole opening.
It always ended with the wormhole popping open, and that was the open of the show. It was great.
So that was cool. I did like that. And did you notice something? I bet you Heather noticed it. It was an almost all-female bridge crew.
Ooh, yeah. No, I did not notice that.
Because you had the 2 people at the helms and the weapons console was the 2 young ladies. And you had the young lady in the back, and the only guys you had on there was Shaxs and Ransom. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Okay.
I was
cool.
blown away by the Goodwill Gifts of
I know.
liquor stores worth of alcohol in the cargo bay.
All alcohol.
Oh my God.
That's one way to have some diplomacy going on. We've got some gifts for you. We brought an entire liquor store with us.
We have all the alcohol.
They had everything, but I didn't see anybody saw Saurian brandy or ramen and ale. I don't think I saw any of those there. Which
it was probably a couple boxes back. They had a huge storage.
Yeah, that was fun.
Do you guys know where the title of the episode comes from? You're all Trust Nothing?
Actually, no.
It sounds like it may be a rule of acquisition.
Yep, it's the 190th rule of acquisition.
Good pickup.
And thank you. Appreciate that. And this episode right here, takes place 6 to 7 years after the very end of Deep Space Nine. So the last episode of Deep Space Nine was 2375, and this episode was 2382.
Yeah, and also because Kira got a promotion during that time.
Yeah, she is.
So
Yep.
that was kind of cool.
But it sucks that Cisco left, but it's also cool how we see how Kira keeps him around. For example, the baseball on the table, and she was quoting him and everything.
Isn't that in the next act?
Yeah.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Next section.
Wait, no, before we go to next section. Okay, so we hear about the Karemma. Is that how you say it, Patrick?
Karemma.
Okay, they were actually in several episodes of Deep Space Nine. If you guys want to see them, they were in Season 2, Episode 7, Season 3, Episode 1, Season 3, Episode 16, and Season 4, Episode 7.
That was kind of an interesting way they
Cool.
brought the Dominion stuff back in with that race. So it was kind of interesting. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it definitely was. And when Shaxs made that insult about Deep Space Nine, how he didn't like how it looked.
Tacky Cardassian fascist eyesore.
I know, that was funny.
Yeah, do you guys know why he said that?
Yeah, because he's Bajoran, and it is.
And it was that station was built by the Cardassians.
Exactly. Deep
Yeah.
Space Nine was built by the Cardassians. Was it a Cardassian outpost?
Cardassian, not Kardashian.
Same thing.
Well, you know, they look the same. And then it was called Turok Nor before it was called Deep Space Nine. And Gul Dukat was the one who was in charge of that facility.
And he lost it and should have hid his face in
And he
shame ever
lost it.
since, but he didn't.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was never happy about that.
Oh, we almost forgot the one thing before we go off to Act 1. I love how Jen was hiding out in Mariner's bunk.
Yeah.
Yes, that was cool.
It talked about, I thought you were asleep. It was funny. And then she says, I am not, what did she say? I'm not angry. I'm not bossy. That's what it was. And Mariner's like, I'm not
Yeah,
bossy.
funny.
And they all start laughing. So that was neat. Okay, I guess we can go to the next section.
Okay, Act 1. Boimler, Tendi, and Rutherford are excited to visit DS9. Mariner says she's going to kick back and relax. When Jennifer, Sharayan,
Oh
Whatever.
my God.
invites her.
Oh
to
my
her
God,
friend.
he doesn't know how
name?
to pronounce it? You
think
don't
it's Shrek.
know?
It's Jennifer the Endorian. That's all I know her
yeah.
as.
But, but
Jennifer, her last name
but-
is SH''REYAN, so Shrayan.
Patrick's supposed to know
I
everything.
know. I'm devastated.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
my
I don't
mind's
know. I don't
blown.
speak Andorian, so you know.
Holy cow.
This is impacting my grip on reality that you couldn't pronounce it.
Well, which was tenuous to begin with, so don't blame me.
You know, my world is no longer a safe space.
Anyway.
Especially if he starts mispronouncing last names of Endorians.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It could get messy.
So Mariner tries to weasel out, but the crew insists that she go. On DS9, Colonel Kira Nerys is gazing at the wormhole as the Karemma arrive. At the same time, Freeman, Ransom, and Shaxs arrive in her ready room. Freeman introduces Ransom and Shaxs, but Kira knows Shaxs already from the Bajoran resistance. They start to argue about who saved whose life more and which time and who owed who. As the Karemma exit their docked ship, they wonder how the Federation managed to defeat the Dominion. Korzak, the trade minister, interested at the chance to make a profit, decides that he will hear them out, and if diplomacy fails, well, you know. At Quark's bar, Quark is taking selfies with some fans for a small fee, of course, when Kira arrives with the Cerritos crew. Quark says he loves Starfleet and brags about his 21-location franchise all across the Alpha Quadrant, and asks Freeman about starting one at Starfleet Academy. Boimler, Tendi, and Rutherford enter Quark's in awe. Boimler spies an illegal Dabo table and decides bold Boimler is going to win big. Tendi sees another Orion named Mesk, and he seems familiar with Tendi's family. He's never met another Orion in Starfleet and starts asking her awkward questions about her Orionness. Mesk brags about his multi-key, which Tendi says is a pirating tool. Mesk offers to give them a tour, but before Tendi can decline, Rutherford eagerly agrees. Mariner, in uniform, heads over to Jennifer's to join the salon and is greeted by Castro and other ladies all dressed casually. Castro invites her into their candle dipping. Mariner needs a drink. As she's pouring herself a drink, two ladies question her about Boimler's relationship status. She empties the bottle into her glass. Ugh. In the conference room, the Karemma are annoyed that they're meeting with Freeman and not Nguyen. When Freeman tells them she has gifts, they calm down, while Kira and Shaxs continue to argue about who owes who. As they walk the promenade, Rutherford geeks out over everything, and Mesk questions Tendi about her family's view on her and Starfleet, and he doesn't want to talk about it. Rutherford dangles his legs off the second floor balcony much in the same way that Nog and Jake used to do. Tendi is saved by a call from Freeman to transfer the gifts pallets over. Boimler is on a winning streak at the Dabo table, making one of the Ferengi employees suspicious. As Tendi and Rutherford start to move the pallets, Rutherford remarks how it must be cool to see another Orion, when Mesk appears out of nowhere saying he's been reassigned to them for the rest of the day. Tendi's not happy, and Mesk sings pirate shanties.
That whole section
Yo ho.
with Rutherford, I would be Rutherford.
Oh, every one of us would be Rutherford.
Oh, hell
just,
yeah.
oh, look at this, look at that.
Dude, I'd be swinging my
that's-
legs over that like second floor in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I want to go to Vic Fontaine.
Yeah, let's go to the Hall of Suites and get a concert. Let's go hang out at Vic's.
You know? Okay, now let's do baseball. It's just the whole thing. That was cool. His excitement was contagious.
Even Chief O'Brien's dartboard.
Well,
I know.
it's funny because his excitement matched my excitement when I saw Deep Space Nine. The entire time I'm like, holy shit, it's Kira. And she is voiced by Nana Visitor. Oh my God, it's Quark. And it's actually Armin Sherman. This is so cool.
Shimmerman.
And he's taking selfies.
And Morn and
charge.
Oh,
Dabo.
Morn. Yes, we saw Morn.
Yeah, it was exciting to see all of that.
Exciting.
And it was quite fun. And I could understand when you have somebody that you don't want to talk about your past, you don't want to talk about yourself. And it was one of the very few times we see Tendi actually get frustrated and have that, will you just shut the fuck up look? No matter what she does, she can't get rid of the guy.
You know what I thought would have been really cool, though, is if they'd had just like a picture of Nog and Jake walking away.
Aw.
Yeah, that would have
Just a
been.
just a
Oh,
quick
man.
scene.
It's a comedy show, man. We're supposed to be laughing, not tearing
Yeah,
up.
that would have been.
Well,
that
but
would have been
DS9 and Nog. I mean, come on. You gotta
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
him
there's
just a
some people
little.
I mean, the
snippet
dangle
there.
your legs from the second floor.
Yeah.
That's what that
Yeah.
was.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
but
that
still.
probably was. They probably also, some people got upset that the fact that they didn't do anything with Cisco, but like
Well,
you
they
said,
had the
they
baseball.
did with the baseball.
Oh my God,
yeah.
they did some beautiful tribute right there. That was a completely
Yeah.
silent Kira walking into the office and turning around and picking up the baseball.
The baseball. And
Every
that's
time,
something-
deep thought, head in the clouds, kind of what's going on about all the things going on in the station and the world and the universe around it. Multiple universes because you got the wormhole on the other side. Kira has all that on her head right there, being right there in that position, like Cisco would have the entire galaxy in your head. That they totally pulled that off in that tribute to the show.
Exactly. And on top of it, when he went into the wormhole, that was it. They said he was going to live in the wormhole. The wormhole people never come out.
Yeah.
They're always stayed in the wormhole.
And
So-
they tributed more than one character. They tributed Garrick when they mentioned the Taylor. They tributed Jake Sisko a bunch of times. When they mentioned the junior reporter, that was a nod to him. Miles O'Brien and Bashir with the dartboard. Yeah. And then the direct reference to O'Brien's Mirror Universe counterpart, Smiley.
So it was done well. I liked it. And the fact, again, I really just felt bad for Tendi because that guy was being overly exuberant. And
That dude
annoying.
was a stalker.
Then at the end, he assigns himself to help them and starts singing shanties.
and
I'm
that's
just like,
Total
dude,
stalkerish.
this guy. Yeah, it's like, can we call security on this dude?
And of course, Boimler to me made me laugh because he had the old lady coin purse. I thought that was
Bold
kind of
Boimler,
funny.
man.
He freaked out with that Dabo table. He was like, "Oh my God!"
He was liking that.
He really
He was
loved
rocking
it.
the double table. That was pretty impressive.
He was having a hot night at the tables.
And we get see Mariner, which is not often. It is freaked out in a room full of Jennifer's friends.
Yeah.
She doesn't know
you
how
see
to act.
Mariner in an uncomfortable moment. I mean, that's unusual for her. The point where Mariner is pouring herself one, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna need more of this," because they're talking
Oh, yeah.
about Boimler's sexy purple hair, and she's just like, "Oh my God!" She starts dumping the whole thing. I'm surprised she didn't turn it the other way around and just take the whole bottle.
Yeah.
Well, she emptied it. That thing was almost full. She emptied it out.
Did you see the look at one of the girls?
And those girls were just completely shocked. They were like, "Oh, how dare she?"
Oh, it was scandalous. The way that they were
Well,
looking
what they were
at it.
saying was scandalous.
Yeah.
Is Boimler single?
Well, because they're friends. She's friends. She doesn't think about Boimler in that way, but apparently other women do because, you cut back to the raisin farm.
Mm-hmm.
They were hitting on him all the time. And that one girl that they thought was an imagination that he had. So Boimler's got something sexy happening there, but Mariner is too close to it to really see. And it
And all
freaks
the
her
girls
out.
were going around singing, I want to Boimler all the time, Boimler all the time, Boimler all the time.
That was funny. Yes, yeah, they really wanted
I
to.
like how
But
Shaxs and Nerys, they've got a relationship from before.
Oh,
They
my
still
God.
owe each other. Owe each
Oh,
other.
that's
each other one.
hilarious.
They still owe
They
each other one.
they constantly save each other's lives. Even in this episode,
one
they're
up each
saving
other.
each other's
The one-upper,
lives.
yeah. Like, what about that time?
Remember
Yeah.
that time you saved me? Oh, it's such a Prime. Oh no, that was it. I'm talking the other Prime, the one with the little trees.
I don't remember that one, but yeah, okay. How about this time?
Oh,
That was funny. They all didn't want to one up one another. I thought that was cute.
that was.
And then you have why whenever time somebody invents something, they have to supposedly add 2000
That's
after
what happened in the 2000s and the 90s.
it. It's a Quark 2000.
In the
I
90s when
swear.
DS9 was out, that's kind of what it was about, right?
Well-
It's the 2000 model.
I guess so.
Do you guys recognize the drink that came out of that? Quark 2000?
It looks like it almost like a tequila sunrise, but I know it wasn't.
It was a
What was it?
Modella aperitif, a layered cocktail Quark.
Aperitif.
Okay, a layered cocktail Quark prepared for Jadzia Dax in the episode Dramatis Persona Deep Space Nine Season 1, Episode 18.
Oh,
All I know,
Good
if there was
catch.
a bar that served all the drinks that was on DS9, I'd probably go check that out.
Isn't there one in LA?
it used to be a Star Trek The Experience.
Yeah.
They used to have that as Star Trek The Experience. And I can't tell you how many times I had that fishbowl warp core breach.
What? Okay, yeah.
That thing was massive.
I've seen pictures. I've seen it in person. I've not gotten close to one. How messed up were you after that thing?
Yeah, it's massive. It's a big fishbowl that they have it in, and they put dry ice or something in it because it smokes.
It's the coolest thing you've ever seen. I mean, you're
Yeah,
sitting there
it's-
in Quark's bar. You're like, this is really Quark's bar. This is so awesome. It's like a sports
Yeah,
bar, but they've
it
got
is.
Star Trek TV shows on every single one of the monitors. So you could just sit there and chill and watch Star Trek while you're hanging out at the bar. It's so awesome.
That's cool.
And then they pull out this
It's-
fucking
it's-
warp core breach. And you're like, oh my God, what am I in right here?
It's bad. At the end, when he says, "Are you okay?" and you says, "I'm not as stink as you drunk I am." So yeah, that was nice.
You're not as stink as what?
You're not as stink as you drunk I am.
Okay, stinky.
So, but it was cool, and he had the Quark 2000
hmm
and trying to like put everywhere, just like a businessman. You want one in the Academy? No, we just do a Quark Express.
Yeah, just the mini
It
version.
was like, that's a Frankie being humble right there.
Oh yeah, just about.
Yeah. It's only the best drink.
And that's the only drink they kept replicating was that one.
Yeah.
I don't recall them replicating anything else other than that one drink that you had mentioned.
No, I think the other drinks that were on this episode was the gifts from the captain, and that was Aldebaran whiskey. Fuck if I know how to pronounce that.
Especially after you've had a couple.
And Vulcan port. Yeah, right. Serious.
The Orion Multi-Key was what caught my eye. They basically have a Swiss Army knife or a Leatherman.
It was a Swiss
Yeah.
Army knife. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And it was kind of cool. I really liked the little thing they showed that the Ferengi, every time Boimler wins, you see him get more and more agitated, jumping up and down
hmm
with the pile of Latinum.
Can you imagine this dude comes in and he starts just fucking winning and he's like, you have to be cheating because there's no fucking way you're winning like this.
Dude,
And he's like, I'm not cheating.
so can I do a rant real quick?
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rant time
So-
with Heather.
Well, it's a casino related thing, so I'm looking at it all analytic. So the floor's freaking out and everything because I'm assuming Dabo is a high odds game with large payouts, such as like,
It
for
is.
example, 3,000 to 1. And those type of games that have large payouts, especially in casinos, they typically have a high house edge of 13 to 20%, which is insanity because that's how casinos make their money. So the higher the percentage. Hey, dude, okay. If the Ferengi was a true capitalist, he would have put a maximum aggregate payout on that table saying that I'm going to smack you saying that that's the max that they pay out, and he wouldn't have been freaking out about that. And they use the word aggregate.
But you're right, though, because Dabo, they have it in the Star Trek Online game, and you can see how to play it. The odds are really friggin' high in order to try to win something substantial. Most of the time, you either lose or come in the middle. To get, high Dabo, yeah, that's damn near hard. Yeah.
Dabo!
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Where did that?
Did Dots do that?
What's going on?
Dots set up a Dabo table?
We have a Dabo table, finally. Dabo! I'm so excited we got a Dabo table.
In order to play Dabo, if I remember correctly, you have 8 rolls that all spin around. And around those each rings are multiple caricatures or multiple little figures, little icons. In order for you to get a Dabo or a straight Dabo, each one of those lines have to line up.
It's basically roulette mixed with a jackpot, a slot machine jackpot with the 3 reels.
Like, that's actually a really nice, it is like roulette, but think of it like 6 roulette reels and they all have to hit a certain number.
Right.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I just remember it was cool because when Jadzia Dax played Dabo, it was the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But, and then unfortunately, Tendi's not having a good day because that guy appeared out of nowhere and she's annoyed shitless and they got to move the stuff onto the ship, which kind of works out as we find out.
Did you guys notice that stalker dude, I think his name is Mesk?
Yeah.
He was wearing a Deep Space Nine uniform.
Yep.
Yeah, he was all Starfleeted out.
He was, in engineering.
So to have him coming out talking like secret Orion pirate handshaky dude, it's just like, dude, you're in Starfleet. What's up?
What's up, man?
Yeah, really. And we find out more about it later. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to the next section there.
One more thing before we go.
Oh, yeah, of course.
When the whole gang was laughing their ass off and they're like, hi, Jennifer. I had to bring that up. I laughed my ass off.
They call her Jenny. I'm like, oh my God.
Jenny from the block. What's up?
She's like, I hate that name.
Jenny from the Adorian. Yeah, I just like, oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
Jenny, the adorable Adorian. All right, Pat, you're up.
Okay. Act 2. In the candle dripping circle, Castro relays a personal battlefield story and invites Mariner to go next. She politely declines, to which Castro says she's being disrespectful of the salon and that Jennifer was right, she likes being contrary. Kira, Freeman, Ransom, and Shaxs escort Korzak and his group along the promenade to Quark's and explain to him about Quark's business acumen. Freeman asks Quark to explain his successful expansion, but he declines, saying that he's very busy. Kira asks him to make a good impression as a favor, but Quark won't, as he wants nothing to do with the Karemma because they did nothing to assist during the Dominion War. This insults Korzak. Quark says he's done business with the Karemma before and won't make the same mistake again. Mesk is still singing pirate shanties as Tendi and Rutherford unload the Pylons. He starts to boast about his pirate skills and how he and Tendi could steal the ship if they wanted to. Tendi blows up and says she doesn't like the criminal aspect and she doesn't do that and it's embarrassing. Old Boimler keeps kicking ass at Dabo and the Ferengi boss accuses him of cheating, to which he refutes and triples down on the Dabo table, much to the boss's terror. Back at Quark's, he and Korzak are still arguing while Freeman tries to calm them down and points out the Quark2000, which the Karemma eyes suspiciously. The Karemma throws the machine down, destroying it, and orders the Alpha contingency. One of the Karemma throws an orb, nearly hitting Kira, but Shaxs saves her. As the orb hits a terminal, causing a blackout, the Karemma grab Quark and beam back to their ship. Old Boimler wins again! On the Karemma ship, Mesk carves something into the wall that informs the other Orions that Tendi is a traitor. As he starts to object, the Karemma beam on board with Quark, who is calling out for help. Korzak orders the ship to head for the wormhole, and the airlock closes, trap Tendi, Rutherford, and Mesk. In Castro's quarters, they're wondering why the power went out and start to panic. Mariner determines that the candles are sucking up the air and tries to put them out over the objections of everyone in. Jennifer pulls her aside and wants to know why she's being so nice and tells her to tear her friends a new one. Mariner stuns all the ladies.
That whole thing, you could tell the reason why Quark was being evil, because as soon as they went near that replicator, he was like standing in front of it like he was protecting it from being shot.
It was obvious. It was that the secret thing in the episode was like, oh, there's something fishy about the Quark2000.
Yeah, because he was acting like a total ass as soon as he saw them because he knew he did something he wasn't supposed to.
He's like, wait, is that the people I stole this from? Oh, Oh, shit. Don't bring them in here. What are you doing?
So he was being totally unreasonable. Meanwhile, Boimler has got a mountain of Latinum.
I love that. In the second the lights all went out, he's still over there winning. He's like, double! The lights have gone out, the ship's gone down. I was like, that's pretty fishy on a space station, but no, he's just busy over there getting wins.
You're just like, what the hell? That was really kind of funny. And again, Shaxs ones up Kira by jumping on it, saves her life, so to speak. Even though I doubt if it would have killed her, but just the same. But it made a whole station blackout.
Yeah.
And on the starships, too. It was a good thing they had those candles.
Yeah.
I wonder if Shaxs and Kira are having sexual tension. And then when you brought up the candles, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Just put both of them in the room with the candles. We'll get it done right there.
Candles.
It just might
Tiana
be.
would get jealous.
I'll be your candle on the water.
Would you like my candle? No, would you
Remember where
like
that's
my
from?
candle?
Do you know what mine's
It's
from?
out where?
Pete's Dragon.
Oh, that's right.
16
And yours was from Rent.
candles.
Light my candle. Oh, it's out again. Sorry about your friend. Okay, the thing is, I thought was funny when she told Mariner, look, stop being nice. Just be a bitch. That's what I brought you here for. She's like, well, thank you, babe.
She's like, I was looking forward to seeing you rip them a new ass.
I just thought that was cute. It was just
I thought it was fun.
She likes it when you go destroy my friends.
She's accepting.
I thought it was like, this is my room, this is my salon, and this is my phaser.
And look, you're using up too much oxygen.
It's got like remind me of that song, Everybody Run, the prom queen's got a gun. They're all screaming and trying
funny.
to
Julie
get
Brown.
out of there.
Everybody run. The homecoming queen's got a gun.
So that was funny.
Did they take that from the movie Carrie?
No, the prom queen got a gun was a song that was out.
Yeah, but wasn't Carrie like a prom queen that like killed everyone?
But she didn't use a gun.
Yeah, but she didn't use
her
a
mind.
gun.
She used her
but
mind.
it rhymes nicely.
It kind of does. But it was funny. And I like Jennifer's look in the background while she's like shooting all her friends. She's got this big smile on her face. She's like, that's right. My baby kills.
And their friend's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm actualizing my dreams.
Oh, that was
like,
hilarious.
I love that Mariner's like, you had all that pent up frustration and she's finally letting it come out.
That was funny. And Mariner shows how smart she is. She pulled out a tricorder. It's like, yeah, your candle's killing out the oxygen all over the place. And they didn't even want to put the candle out.
Mariner's smart as fuck.
She is. She very much is. And that guy is acting like a spoiled kid. Writing on her, I'm writing on Tendi sucks. She lies.
That dude.
It's like, seriously, man?
Well, he's going to get his comeuppance.
Yeah.
He reminds me of these guys that in the service, when you get them to come in, they think they're Billy Badass because they played video games and first-person shooters, and they talk all the smack. And in the first time they hear a round whip past their head and almost hit them, they shit themselves.
I did not.
So that's funny.
It also reminds me of those guys where they have a crush on a girl, they can't get the girl, so then they start being mean to the girl,
Incels?
It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There you go.
I gave you a hot dog and a soda. Why won't you sleep with me?
Wait, that's all it takes? Because I would totally. Oh, never mind.
It's like, okay, porn is not real. You cannot have just like someone come up to you and think they're going to start humping your bones like the pizza delivery man or something.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
Well, maybe not straight people, but.
Did you order this
what,
pizza?
gay people?
Did you order the extra salami?
Yeah, really.
Hey, I used to walk up to people and say, hey, you want to fuck?
And would you get a no? Like just a resounding no?
No.
Depends on where you're at. This doesn't work everywhere, though.
That's why you have a flap in your pajamas?
Throwback.
I haven't needed to use the flap in my pajamas for over a decade, so.
It's flap. Yeah, it's back. Okay.
The flap is back again. Flap is back.
Oh, no.
Tell a friend.
Don't tell a friend.
Patrick's flap.
Oh,
Patrick's
God.
flap.
I just wanted to say that the starting of this act was wonderful because they said it was a dark and stormy 57163.3. A star date just like this one.
that was
Oh, I missed that.
It was great. That's how it's like a creepy campfire scene, except they're girls with candles lying around.
Oh, the part that
bean bags. Yeah, right at the beginning.
The part that made me laugh, that was really funny, is that when she pulled off her thing and she go, I call this the Kobayashi Purple.
Oh, God.
You
The
can't do
Kobayashi maroon.
Maroon, that's it.
Yeah.
And you can't do the dance right.
She's got a whole interpretive dance for saloon night. I don't know what's going on.
How did you get Kobayashi Purple from Kobayashi Maroon?
It's because my mind's not working right. Because they threw
Maroon
me
is
out there
close
like
to purple.
when
No,
in
but
the
he
village.
said Kobayashi, like it was some
Purple.
kind of like Hitachi grill.
Well, you gotta remember, they did the
You gotta get the Kobayashi 5000. You know,
they did the finger snaps like you did in the village when they have like poetry night. They did the finger snaps. So that was definitely funny.
it was really a crazy vibe. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was.
I feel for Mariner. If I was in her place, I'd be drinking a ton of alcohol too.
I would be right at the bar
Yeah.
drinking all the stuff too.
Yeah, it was definitely funny.
Be like, when is this over?
I would have been, oh my God, Becky. Look at her
Oh my
butt.
God. It is so big.
I like big butts that I cannot
But
lie.
I cannot lie.
Okay, we should move on to Act 3.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Okay. As the Karemma ship approaches the wormhole, Rutherford tells Mesk to use his pirate skills to take over the ship. He breaks down and says he made it all up. He's never been to Orion. He's from Ohio. Everything he knows about Orions he learned from trashy holonovels, you know, the ones with the boobs on them. Tendi asks why he lied. He explains that everyone expected him to be a certain way as an Orion, so he did. She tells him it's okay to be you. He wishes he did know how to take the ship so that they would get out of the situation. Tendi lets her pirateness out and grabs his multi-key and successfully stops the ship from entering the wormhole, if only temporarily. They are then grabbed by a tractor beam from DS9. Power is restored on DS9. Jennifer tells Mariner that she likes the fact that she does what is unexpected, but it would look bad if they were the only two who weren't stunned. As Mariner kisses Jen, she stuns them both. From the brig, Korzak demands that he be released as they didn't kidnap Quark. They arrested him for stealing their technology. Quark admits he did acquire the Karemma replicator a few years back, but it's his programming skills that made it successful. Freeman comes up with a plan to placate them both. 76% of all Quark's franchise profits go to the Karemma. At the bar, the Karemma are enjoying themselves, asking for top shelf Temerian mead on the house. Mariner apologizes to Jen for not having won over her friends. Jen says, it's better now. They're scared of you. Quark says Mariner better have some Latinum to clear her tab, to which she pulls out a chip with a hologram of Kira's body and Quark's head on it and asks him to clear the tab or else. Kira arrives and wants to know what's on the chip, and Quark runs off with Kira chasing him. Boimler is still winning at the Dabo table when the pit boss offers him a gift card with double the value of the Latinum he won instead of taking the actual Latinum. He agrees, says, we don't use money in Starfleet anyway. Shaxs and Kira share a drink. Rutherford tells Tendi how amazing she was today. She decides to embrace her whole self and not be embarrassed by her family's pirating past. She wonders what to do with the gold tooth she took from the Karemma that she used to stop the ship when Quark arrives and grabs it, stating the 9th rule of acquisition. Opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
It was a Latinum tooth.
Yeah,
It was a gold tooth.
It was Latin.
Latinum tooth.
Latinum.
It was a nice gold tooth.
I can't believe
was-
I corrected the corrector. It's
It was a
Latinum
very
tooth.
toothy tooth.
It was a Latinum tooth. The part that, first off, is the first time that I've watched in a couple of seasons that I actually look at Tendi goes, oh my God, she's hot. When she turned around.
I'm
grabbed-
Oh,
loving
totally.
that they're hinting that she may be becoming more of her character here in the future.
That was cool.
Dangerous Tendi is,
It was so awesome.
yeah, she's sexy as all hell, but she's so fucking cool too.
She was badass. She was doing Neo Matrix flips and
Yes.
she opened the door with the bottle opener. It's like,
that's where that multi-tool comes in quite handy because it does everything. It pulls teeth. It opens doors.
Yeah,
you can stab
that
people
was
in the
cool.
face with it if you needed to. It's wonderful.
That was cool.
And then she's like, shh, I'm pirating. Let's go. Like
She
she
did.
was in it.
She
was
was.
totally into it.
She's like multiple people against her. Who cares? She was doing flips and
Yeah.
and doing the screams, and that was cool.
So this proves my ongoing theory that people who know what the fuck they're doing don't talk about it or brag
No.
about it to other people.
No, they don't.
And people who do brag about it don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like the green
No.
dude, fake it till you make it dude. He had no clue what he was doing.
People who are tough don't have to say it.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. That whole section there I found to be greatly enjoyable, with Tendi basically stopping the ship long enough for DS9 to get the tractor on them. And I thought it was also kind of cool is when they gave him the gift card and Boimler says, "We don't use money anyway." The look on the
That was
Ferengi's face.
so hilarious.
He was not happy.
That was so
He actually
funny.
gave him stuff that's worth something because it's from the gift shop. So it's not actually money that he would buy. He was like, he's going to have a bunch of tchotchkes. So I thought that was really kind of neat.
Tchotchkes.
That's what I said. Did I say
Yeah,
that?
goodness. The titles helped me figure out how you spell that. And I'm like, okay, that's a word I'm never typing.
But it was a fun little scene to see her do all of this. And then the final fight between Kira and Shaxs, when she goes, "Thank you for saving my life." And he goes, "You're welcome." Says, "Now you owe me one." And he's like, he get all pissed off. Oh, that's a cute,
Gotcha.
that was a cute relationship. And then Quark chewing on that data disk. Did you notice that?
Oh, that was so funny. So the copy of the hologram with his head, Quark's head, on Kira's body, if anybody wants to see this, it is Deep Space Nine, Season 3, Episode 8, Meridian, where you can see that lovely image of Quark in a sexy Kira body with lingerie on.
Yeah, no.
That's why he wanted to kill it. I think it's kind of cool that they wrote Mariner into it because everybody knew Mariner on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
of
well,
course.
Mariner,
That's where all the action is, right?
she served on Deep Space Nine during the Dominion War. So in the last episode, we always have Tom Paris. She established that she was on Deep Space Nine in the mid-2370s, and that was during the Dominion War.
So it was kind of nice because, they had the way Kira greeted her and the way Quark knew, and then she ran up a tab and left.
Mhm.
Yep, that's how she works her business. She knows how to
was
work
nice.
the station, that's for sure. She wasn't in
Yeah.
any hurry to go there.
She got some blackmail material.
But when she got there, she nailed it.
Yeah.
Even towards the end when she says, "Oh, it's even better now because my friends are scared of you." And when Mariner looks over at the table,
Like, she's looking at us.
Yes.
That was funny.
Do you guys know that originally Mariner was not going to be on Deep Space Nine when this episode was made? And then Mike McMahon, like Tawny, the actress Tawny, was devastated about this. So Mike McMahon added that scene with her and Quark at the end.
Oh,
so that
good.
way she could.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
nice of him
That's
to do
good
that.
because that would have been a travesty
Right?
to not have her on DS9.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
would have
would've.
been.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The last 2 episodes of this has just really hit me between the feels.
Oh yeah, these
I
are
really
pretty good
enjoyed
episodes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed these scenes. Before
Yeah.
we go into the rating parts, unless somebody else has something to say about this last section.
Oh, there's all kinds of things.
It's Lower Decks.
I love the callback.
They have so much.
They had a callback to a previous Lower Decks episode when she said,
Oh, which one?
Mariner said, I didn't have phaser all your friends on my bingo card.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So she had the bingo card callback.
Yeah.
That's that'd be a callback to Lower Decks, right? That's a callback to Strange New Worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
but I love that the bingo card thing
the
made
bingo
it in there.
card. That was cool.
great.
I like how they put in all this connective tissue.
Yeah, another callback was with Mesk, the stalker. Him being adopted and raised on Earth with humans is actually similar to Worf's background because Worf was raised on Earth by humans.
Like Kachenko's.
Yeah, but Worf is not a fake Klingon.
Well, Worf
But
was
Orion
older
Dude was a
too.
fake Orion Dude, but Worf is not a fake Klingon.
Worf is older, and you do a lot of stupid stuff when you're young. So we don't know what Worf did when he was a teenager,
that's
but we know
true.
this guy's young and he's doing stupid stuff. So
It's like, and there was no other Orions to call me on my bullshit. So I just went with it.
yes, exactly.
Totally.
You know,
Yep.
it was a well done, again, I know.
The solution to stun everyone, and then she did the kiss and stun. I mean, that was
nice.
That was a nice touch. That one got me.
It was. And she held the pistol up like she was taking a selfie.
Yeah, selfie stun.
I thought that was kind of neat. The way to do it. And Jennifer's like, if we're not the only ones knocked out, it's not a good look.
Yeah, that was pretty smart.
You're
yeah.
right. So I thought that was definitely funny. Hey, why'd you bring the candle in here, Dot? It's still smoking. Get it out of here. No, it's going to be in Heather's room, not mine. Yeah, I know I have more room.
Yeah, Smokey Vagina always makes you cough.
Okay, you can have it here.
I don't know if I should be around fire. Like I'm not allowed to be around fire.
No, not when it comes to cooking.
The combination of candles and vagina.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that.
Right?
I swear to God, those were Gwyneth Paltrow candles.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Those were Gwyneth Paltrow candles.
Well, that's why you need to be clean shaven so you don't have nothing to catch fire down there.
Ew.
Heather?
Yes?
What would you give this on a 1 to 10?
I would give this a 9. I really enjoyed it. 9.5. I'm giving it a 9.5. Not the full 10,
Wow.
but a 9.5 because I love Deep Space Nine. That was one of my favorite series. And to see all of these callbacks from all these different series and no callbacks from Deep Space Nine, that kind of hurt. So this is actually the first callback to Deep Space Nine since the very last episode of Deep Space Nine in like 1999, I think it was. And that just, you know what? Fuck it. This is a 10. I'm just giving this a full 10.
Wow, it's 9.5 and you stroked that to a 10. That's really cool.
Yep.
Gross.
And how about you, Mr. Pants Flap? What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a probably. It was pretty good. I'll give it like a 9.
A 9?
I loved all the Deep Space Nine references, and therefore it's a 9. Yeah, it was really cool to see Kira and Quark, and
It was.
Had the little nod to Nog and Jake, and I enjoyed it very much.
And of course, Chief, I hope when you do come to my quarters, because Doc convinced me since I have more room, we're going to have the salon over in my room after the podcast is over. But what would you give this?
I would give this a 9.75. And the only reason I didn't get the full 10 was because of the fake Orion dude. He annoyed me so much. I don't like fakers.
Oh, yeah, he was annoying. But I've heard rumors that you were able
Don't you know, Rocky, most women are fakers.
Yeah, but I also heard, Rocky, that you can fake an orgasm. I don't know how the hell you do that.
I'm coming. Mm-hmm, sure.
Because it's usually pretty apparent if you do, but yet somehow you probably engineered something to make people think you did. I think that's pretty cool. Now, I am going to give this, I can't believe I'm doing this 2 weeks in a row, but I'm going to give it a 10. I really enjoyed watching Tendi mature and decide to be herself.
You're giving it the full Tendi.
Yeah, that's funny. I saw what you did
Full
there.
Tendi.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I would have had the full Tendi except for the other dude.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, he was definitely. We used to call it an erection patrol. It keeps you from staying hard. So that was definitely a good one. Normally, this is where I would ask Patrick what the title is for next week, but I know there's not a title, so I'm not going to torture him.
Yes, there is.
What?
I believe there is. Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Can't believe it. He's got a title?
Well, we don't know exactly what he's looking at.
It
could be anything.
He's doing something.
It's called A Mathematically Perfect Redemption.
Wow. He found a title.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
So next week's homework is going to be
About math.
Mathematically Perfect Redemption.
It's about math. And you were telling me I was a snore when I was talking about math. See, math is cool.
So this is going to be good. Also, when you guys come to my cabin, don't bring any alcohol because I have both alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks. Apparently, they made a near ale, Romulan ale for Patrick, which looks and tastes like Romulan ale, but without the alcohol. So I just had the doc deliver a case of that. So have at it, Pat. I will see you all in a little bit. Chief,
Yo.
Don't wear your uniform.
Okay.
But wear something.
Yeah.
The cowboy hat.
And Heather, when you come this way, don't run because apparently the dots get all worked up.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Yeah, they get all worked up. And did you see the other dot that somehow put on fake boobs and a little fleshlight?
He took my wig.
And your flashlight?
What?
It wasn't my fleshlight. It was someone else's fleshlight. But he took my wig.
I think that was Ensign Hansen.
Chris Hansen?
Beep, bop, 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 ba da, beep,
So,
bop.
I think he's a direct descendant. Well, at any rate, people, please make sure you check out our store. We have plenty of stuff for you to buy. Our hottest selling item right now is I'd Let You Mind Melt Me. So we have all kinds of things on mugs, t-shirts, a whole bunch of stuff.
Paying attention, that's a logo design. That's not him. You don't actually get the Mind Melter Captain.
No,
it would be a short meld anyway.
We are working on a new design right now. It's a quote, "I'm a buffer buff" from one of the Lower Deck episodes. So we are working on new merchandise.
So make sure you do that.
I'm a butt buffer? What?
I'm a buffer buff.
And as Chief said, if you just buy one of them, that takes care of our show.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take care of that.
I got an email saying that the rates are going up a little bit, and because with the sign of the times that rates have to go up, so inflation is affecting even our little store.
We have to adjust our prices in the store.
We're going to have to adjust. So make sure if you're going to buy something, do it before our price adjustment goes in. So thank you, everybody, for joining us once again. Please be safe out there. Be careful. Still a heat wave. And if you live out in Florida, we tried to get the weather dampeners to happen, but it didn't work. We didn't get the part on time. So sorry about the floods. We will try to help you get your energy back up out there. And if you are listening to us and you're out there in Florida, God, that's dedication. We love you. So please make sure you just don't have a great week, but make it so. Patrick, your flap is still down.
And if you can, support the show by going to patreon.com/Starfleet Underground. Lots of perks to choose from, and you might even like some of them. Starfleet Underground, beaming into a podcast feed near you. Log on to our website at starfleetunderground.com and send your comments and questions to thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. Follow us on Twitter at StarfleetUnderG and on Facebook and Instagram, we're Starfleet Underground.